do? Let's do a review for Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr Prophecy. What a long freaking name. So, Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr Prophecy is an isometric action RPG in the world of Warhammer 40k. One in the pile of action RPGs. Let's start from the story. I'm interested in Warhammer 40k story and I did some research, okay, because I plan to play a lot of Rogue Trader once it's out. And I think they cover story well. Conversations, Inquisitors quotes, Space Marines, other Inquisitors. I guess it fits the style, okay? Graphics still fit the story well. You feel like you're in the world of Warhammer. Kinda. For action RPG. As far as main story goes, Martyr, you are on a derelict monastery ship and you're gonna chase the ship during the entire campaign. And there's like 20 DLCs on top of all of it with bullshit story, but as far as main story goes, there were some funny moments. There are 4 cinematics included. Second cinematic is great. I loved it. That fight with Chaos. As far as Martyr goes, you're gonna see the end of the story only if you purchased Prophecy DLC to find out what happened with Martyr. Because I don't want to spoil what happens over there, but basically it's saved the section of the galaxy story. That's the story, very simplistic. With no main villain as a boss. For the end, it just... in that regard, it's kinda crap. This can go on 6 out of 10. Game bugs and optimization. In most cases during combat, it says how the game is on 170 frames, above 100 frames, 110, 120, and so on ultra settings. Plus I'm streaming the game, it would probably be even higher. But it's not what it says, it feels like it's under 30 frames. If I step into combat now, it's gonna be freaking 30 frames. Alright, 30. Not what it says here, 170. There are bugs on specific maps where enemies can disappear off the maps, but I think that's because of the bad animations, but that's another topic. Loading screens are fast. Occasional stutters when a lot of enemies are on a screen, when a lot of explosions happen. It's playable, okay, even though I said a lot of bad things about it, it's still playable. It's fine, 7 out of 10. Far from perfect, of course, and it will never be perfect, because I guess this engine can't handle this game. Game time. Now that all depends on how crazy you are. I've spent I spent 27 hours in the game. I finished the main campaign, I finished Prophecy, and I tested late game content with the Void Crusade, with Intel missions, with Ordos and their missions, and all of that is the same shit actually, they just called it differently. But every map is the same. Okay. You do exactly the same thing. It's either purge, collect intel, do it in a specific amount of time, or wave defense. During campaign, during endgame content. Always the fucking same thing, non-freaking stop. It was fun in the first few hours. It was a bit boring after 10 or 15 hours. Now it's a chore. Because the end game is non-existent. The action RPGs, they should all be about the end game. But this game remains the same from minute 1 to minute 2, to minute 3, to minute 500, all the way to minute 5000. They got their challenges for the end game, okay? A lot of different challenges where you get your favor points, where you get faction points, where you get I don't know what, where you, as you can see here, completion less attribute points, so on and so forth, but all of that is in vain when the gameplay is so freaking repetitive. I played all action RPGs. I got thousands of hours in Path of Exile, for example. We can compare Path of Exile with this or Diablo, it doesn't matter. When I played Path of Exile, I said I was 27 hours in the game to make it short. In 27 hours in Path of Exile, I would finish campaign, I would be on tier 16 max, and I would probably be above level 92 or 93 in 27 hours of gameplay. So I would reach like mega late content in Path of Exile for 30 hours. Here, I'm level 63, and the max level is 100. Experience goes so freaking slow that this game steals your time away with its repetitiveness. It's fun to play campaign till one point. After that it gets really boring, but I finished it, okay. And I really wanted to try the end game. I tested it. It has nothing to do with Diablo, with old school games like Titan Quest and Grim Dawn, or especially it has nothing to do with Path of Exile. End game is same shit as campaign. So game time, I can only count DLCs that are also the same as the main campaign, and there's 20 DLCs, and that stupid endgame content. I said the game is stealing away your time. For what you pay, this is what it gets. 5 out of 10. Game difficulty. One of the worst balanced action RPGs that I played in my life, and I played them all from 96, since Diablo 1 all the way to 2022. Like everything, okay, that you can imagine. Diablo, Dungeon Siege, Titan Quest, Torchlight, even that crap Waltz End, I played them all. And this is like the worst balanced game that I've seen. Just crap. Okay, it's crap. It feels the same whether you go with these missions on, I don't know, on level, on your level, on hard, on impossible, on Eye of Terror, whatever the fuck they call the difficulty. It really doesn't matter. No matter what you pick, it's gonna remain stupid. I don't wish to discuss about tons of missions that are 50 levels above yours, that you should play to collect the favor in a specific sector of universe, okay? So you can unlock some additional crap in stores. Alright? If there is a grindy action RPG, this is the one. It's so freaking grindy and it's not rewarding. It's just not rewarding enough for the amount of grinding it requires. There are modifiers on the map for the game difficulty when you pick to play in a crusade, where you can enter those tarot cards and you raise difficulty even more, but that only means you're gonna get one-shotted and you're gonna deal less damage. Or you start with less amount of lives on a map, you know, things like that. Penalties but higher rewards, and then those higher rewards feel like crap and everything feels like a waste of freaking time. You're playing it and you don't know why you're playing it, and I'll tell you later on, because I realized that the main problem of the game, but it's not for this topic. We are talking about game difficulty. AI is absolutely brain dead, animations are broken. God forbid you go as melee, hitboxes are also broken. Lack of tutorials for new players, okay? Complete lack of tutorials. You won't know what 80% in the game does, because there is a lot of things to learn. For me, it was a bit simpler because I played every action RPG, but if I put someone to play the very first action RPG and you throw him this game to play, he won't know what he's doing. Simple as that. As far as difficulty goes, 99% of time you'll erase enemies in less than a second, including mini bosses that they call elites, because bosses in this game do not exist. There's only one fucking boss in the entire game, including the endgame content. And this is action RPG without bosses. I said it's the worst balanced action RPG that I play. This is like, truth to be told, it's fucking crap. Okay, there's zero challenge. There's let it be 2 out of 10. Maps and graphics. You got a sector map, you enter the system, then you got planets to visit, and then you start the mission, and that's it as far as it goes. There is a mini map while you play, so you don't get lost. I like it how it's done. It looks great. From that perspective, graphics, same as every other action RPG. It depends what you like. Does it look good as Diablo? No. But what can you expect out of isometric? It's fine, okay? The only thing that's completely broken is enemies' animations. Shooting, the most important part, is broken during gameplay. The best done area is tutorial area in the entire game. The first 2 hours. That's the best in the game, and then you realize it's all the same, no matter if you play 20 hours or 5,000 hours. Those first 2 hours are definitely the best. I have a feeling like they make the game to be good in the first 2 hours, so no one can refund the game, and then copy paste the game for the next 5,000 hours. That's the feeling I get while I'm playing it. 7 out of 10. Gameplay. Action RPGs revolve around shooting and looting. Killing and looting, call it however you like. It Doesn't matter. Now, what can I say? The same thing I said like 2 minutes ago. Very good in the first 2 hours, then repetitive. Just repetitive. I gave it a chance. I played it for hours and hours. Loot. Here we go. One of the main problems is loot. But I'm talking about loot in gameplay terms, not in leveling and itemization terms. We're gonna get you there. This is in gameplay terms. When something drops on a map, it needs to feel impactful. When you play action RPGs, it needs to have a specific sound. Okay, so you know that something important dropped on a map. Here, if I don't know, if a demon forged plasma cannon or I don't know, I have tons of those relics now. If Great Text Demon Forge drops, or a relic, or an ancient relic, or Archaeotech relic drops, you don't even know that it dropped. Okay, you can easily mix it up with purples, with blues, with that's how bad it fucking is. You don't have a feeling like you got a reward, like you got a good drop during gameplay. This is not how you do action RPGs, but something important drops. You should see that freaking item, okay? Something should, you know, like in Diablo 3 when legendaries have that line all the way above, okay? Or in Path of Exile where you can, I don't know, change color of fonts so it's fucking big and it's important. When Exalt drops in Path of Exile, you can fucking hear it. Here, everything is the same. If the green shit drops or if the ancient relic drops, it's the same. No fucking sound. You just lower it, collect it, and then once you're done with the mission, you check out what you get. That's so freaking bad for action RPG. This is not how you make action RPGs. There needs to be impact on loot, on chests, on curios during maps. Okay, there's like only two. Shrine of Judgment and Tech Shrine. Tech Shrine probably raises your stats, but again, tutorial is lacking, so you can't see what Tech Shrine does. There's blue Tech Shrine and red Tech Shrine, and there's that Shrine of Judgment where it spawns enemies, you kill them, loot drops, and you can even see what dropped because it's already in your inventory. As far as gameplay goes, there's one fucking in the entire game. You get to fight everything in the Warhammer universe, okay? I haven't seen orcs only, but there might be orcs in the game too, because I spent 30 hours. I've seen Tyranids, I've seen Chaos, I've seen Xenos, Dark Eldars, Eldari, Mechanicus, Corrupted Space Marines. Okay, all type of aliens are in this Warhammer. You fight with them. There is co-op, there's PvP, there's PvE. But when the game sucks, it doesn't matter that it has PvE or PvP. It was satisfying in tutorial area. It's very repetitive, animations are bad. Impact of those items that drop are just crap. Like, it's mediocre. Okay, 5 out of 10. And that's what this game basically is. Some, probably those that only play action RPGs, people that only play action RPGs, I'm talking about people that have thousands and thousands of hours in Diablo or in Path of Exile or, God forbid, in Diablo 2, they're really hardcore. And if you give them this game as action RPG, for them, this is gonna be 2 out of 10. Very bad game, way below mediocre. For normal people, okay, that don't spend thousands and thousands of hours in Battle of Exile and similar action RPGs, this is a mediocre action RPG. For Warhammer fans, this is above mediocre action RPG. And considering that Warhammer games, there's like 50 Warhammer games, 99% of them are straight garbage and crap. This is actually a good Warhammer game. A very bad game is a good Warhammer game. NPCs and enemies. You got this rogue trader, Ragnar van Winter, for the store, sell and buy items. You got this idiot that gives you random quests on a map. You got your Mechanicus, I think. It doesn't matter, she changes your inoculator, or better to say, this is your health potion. She changes stats on a health potion. You got Thorn, which is definitely the funniest NPC in the game. That during campaign I left a lot with his dialogues. Definitely the funniest guy in the game is Thorn. You got this is Mechanicus, Omicron. You got this guy with crafting, with specific missions. Intel while you play missions, they're gonna switch, okay? Him, Ragnar, and Thorn will be in your ear non-stop while you play during campaign, this 3. And you got some NPCs that you're gonna meet along the way during the DLCs, during the main campaign, and so on and so forth. They're done well. Writing is bad, but they're done well. It feels like it's a Warhammer world. As far as enemies goes, I said there's all type of enemies in Warhammer. Warhammer fans will probably be satisfied. I'm not, because they're all the same. They just look slightly different. Okay, it was whatever for me if I'm fighting Chaos or Tyranids or Eldar. They got chargers, they got swarms, they got a big guy, they got elite. Okay, no matter the species, and that's fucking it. No bosses. Again, they're brain dead, all of them. But variety is there. Only in looks, nothing else. Six out of 10. Leveling, and holy shit, this is probably the most important part in action RPGs. And it includes endgame content too. I'll include everything there is and explain what there is to do in the game and what they did. Let's start with items. From the very first moment that you enter the game, you receive same items in different colors. Every signet looks like this. Every shotgun looks like this. Every armor looks like this. Every eye implant looks like this. Look, they just change colors, and fucking disgusting. And these numbers go slightly up as you progress with item level. Itemization is bad. During gameplay, once you're done, once you check gear, it's just bad. There's no other word to put it, it's bad. Idea is great. The idea behind inventory like this, I love it. UI is phenomenal. How it's done is bad. Okay, bad. Everything feels generic, everything feels the same. Everything, okay, if I pick some other class to play with, let's talk about classes. There's 4 classes to play with and 3 subclasses each, but it doesn't matter what subclass you pick, because if you pick a Juggernaut and I pick a shotgun Juggernaut, okay, I could play also with hammers, because he can wield every freaking weapon in a game. He's not limited to shotguns only. Items also, they got sockets, they got those psalms, I think. Need to check it out in the storage. So basically how it works, you see sockets and yeah, psalm codes and classic sockets, you take them, you go to Omicron guy, there's crafting, there's modification, you insert a weapon over here, then you change random stats on it, or you add sockets, or you merge sockets to combine for a better gem. We call it gems from now on. You can forge items, you can craft items, you can change your appearance, you can upgrade a skill tree to spend less resources while you upgrade, and you know, simplistic things like salvage more when you disassemble items. You can remove some codes instead of losing them on a weapon, and so on and so forth. If you find a recipe, you read the recipe and it's gonna spawn over here, and then you say craft, and you're gonna craft. Take the item and equip if you like it, you compare. Classic comparison, by the way, in the inventory, okay, with gear, holding shift shows the second item. There's still weapon sets that you can carry. What else is there to say about itemization? I guess that's it. There shouldn't be anything else important. Yeah, you can up the level of the item as you make progress if you like the item, so you don't lose it. You can salvage items, or you can sell items. More credits. Here you also get fate points. You can buy some specific things with fate, more expensive things, and most of the things in the game you can buy with Caligari credits. You also have favor, but I can't remember what it was for favor. God damn it. I think it was a vendor. Yeah, vendor for favor. You buy footsteps like in Pair of Exile to leave behind you. You buy cosmetics with favor. Okay, change the appearance of your base, of your main hub, from where you go on a mission. Change your avatar, and so on. There is pet also. I think it was here. You can change pets. They have specific passives. And now we can talk about leveling. I like it and I don't. In terms of what they got over here, okay, reflect chance, base damage, crit chance, mega crit, critical damage, energy shields, resistance on warp, hit, physical resist, damage over time, poison, heat, blah blah blah. Everything is included, as in every other action RPG. Health, suppression, perks. Okay, as you play you can unlock perks. Every perks gives something specific that you can equip. Like deal more damage with your grenades, deal more crits. Some of the perks also have negatives. Okay. There is attribute for every specific class. This class that I'm playing, Crusader, it comes with Warfare, Toughness, and Virtue. As you play missions, you get attribute points. You invest attribute points over here, and it unlocks more damage, movement speed, damage again. This is a funny one. Damage against elites and bosses. A game without bosses has a 50% damage against them. What bosses? I've seen one in 30 hours. Are you fucking kidding me with this? What bosses? God damn it. Now same applies for toughness and virtue. You pick other class, something else is gonna be over here. Again, as you ramp up points, you get 1% stronger per level. On every level, you get passive skill points and a perk, and this is how you unlock specific things. It's exactly the same for every other class, alright? You get a passive point or 2 passive skill points and a perk or an attribute, perk, attribute, and skill point, and so on and so forth. Then with those passive points you go into passives and you invest into a skill tree that looks huge, but basically the game is not balanced. No matter what you pick, whatever skill tree you pick over here, it's the same shit. You can easily pick full support and you're gonna do the same amount of damage as with straight physical attacks, because enemies are brain dead. You can juke them out, you can do whatever the hell you like. I love the idea behind it. Again, I love how it looks, but one thing is to look good and to have a good idea, and the other thing is to execute something to work properly and to balance it out. It's like complete opposite with this game. Everything looks good and everything sucks. Even the skill tree and passives, inventory, items, character sheet, heroic deeds, morality options. I don't even want to talk about morality. That goes with a campaign. What you pick is what you get. You get 2 different choices during campaign, and that's about it. You can be radical or you can be... what was it? Radical or Puritan. And I forgot something, I doubt. This should be it. Leveling and itemization. In short, looks great. Unbalanced. Crap with both items, progression, shitty amount of experience you get in late game. They're bloody crazy if they think I'm gonna play this for thousands of hours. Max the character out, because in this time I would be in mega late game in Path of Exile in 30 hours. Only because I like the idea behind the entire concept of leveling and itemization, but it's executed like crap. Last section is music and sound. Solid music, solid voice acting, solid sound effects, everything is ground solid. Every line is voice acted in the game. And the thing that I noticed, every other action RPG, when people are making action RPGs, the first thing is combat, progression, experience, loot. It's the most important thing to make a good action RPG. And that's where developers focus the most. You know, on those segments. This game was focused the most around Warhammer environment and the story. And then on those other segments that are the most important segments for action RPG. Weird. Okay, that shit is weird. As far as music and sound goes, 8 out of 10. Final verdict. Oh, how many points are these? 13, 18, 20, 27, 32, 42, exactly 50 points. Five out of 10. I gave it slightly above mediocre, and I believe that's where it belongs. Again, for pros that like to play Path of Exile and Diablo or Grim Dawn, this is 2 out of 10 game. Objectively speaking, realistically speaking, it's mediocre. I gave it 5 out of 10. For Warhammer fans, it's above 6 out of 10, 6, 7 out of 10 for Warhammer fans. It just, I can't say it's bad, but I can say I won't play it anymore because I think I wasted 30 hours of my life on a mediocre game. And that's more than enough. More than enough. Yeah, I will play every other Warhammer game now. Cuphead DLC is tomorrow, eh? Interesting. Yeah, I'll play it. I'll play it. I don't have Chaos Gate. I think I bought Mechanicus. Not Chaos Gate. Yeah, I bought Mechanicus. I already installed it. This can go into trash. Play both Chaos Gate and Mechanicus. I'll play all Warhammer games that I can play till Rogue Trader is out. Simple as that.